Hello, 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 and welcome back to another siege battle. But first, before we, I'm just gonna. This is Bertigala, all right. But I want to point something out or show you something that I've noticed the last couple times that I've done replays on Bertigala and that I played Bertigala, and I think kind of doesn't. I wish this barrier wasn't here so I could scroll further. But look, that is that a waterfall? Or is that just like a river that comes down the hill and then into it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. But I digress. As I said, we are on Bertigala. And this is, as you can see, it's a port battle. A port assault. Port assault. And it's myself attacking with Carthage over here, and then we have Carthage over there, and then we have Athens going up against Bactria, Egypt, and Suebi. The players in this are, as I said, myself as Carthage, Boostiful but not beautiful, Boostiful Barbarian as the other Carthage unit, and then get this, Varisar 2 number or hashtag I am moron hashtag 62 IQ. that's the Athens player. So then as the defending factions, Egypt, we have Spirou. Isn't that a Pokemon? Spirou? Or is that, no, I'm thinking of Spiro. Bactria is being commanded by Scorpion UL 2004. And then Suebi's being commanded by Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy Shootin'. So we'll get into the army comps real quick. For us, the attackers, myself, I got that big old giant ballista. Got a whole bunch of Libyan infantry. So 3, 4, 5. 5 Libyan infantry, okay, and then I have 2 mercenary Italian swords, it looks like, and then I have mercenary Samnites, mercenary noble fighter, and then I have 3 Cretans and the general's bodyguard. Athens has with them hoplites, and then even more hoplites, and then some more hoplites, and then look at that, more hoplites, and then we got archers, and archers. Interesting not going for the Cretans, and his general is picked hoplites. And then, oh wait, what do we have here? And we take a wild guess? Oh, pikemen, okay, so not hoplites. And then Hippeus lancers. And then the other Carthage unit, I'm going to go ahead and say right off the bat, and I'll get into it in a minute. You might be able to actually see it over there. I think that he was a newer player, seeing as he brought no other siege equipment with him other than the 2 ladders that I think, well, I mean, he just brought ladders with him. So he has the general's bodyguard, mercenary Gallic warriors, mercenary Scutari, and Scutari. And then as for his navy, Carthaginian hoplites, Sacred Band, hoplites, Carthaginian hoplites, 2 Libyan javelin men, 2 more Libyan javelin men, and then 2 artillery ships. And as we all know, the rules are 1 unit of artillery, 2 pikes, 4 ranged. That's usually the standard rule across the board for any any match that you might play, unless otherwise stipulated. And so he didn't follow the rules, and I didn't actually catch this until much later into the game. But anyway, let's get into it, and well, you'll see what happens. So, right off the bat, we're starting off Already we can see some of the defenders back here. Looks like we got some berserkers. It looked like we had somebody up there on the ridge line. Some Galatian swords, naturally the wall artillery. Bactria doesn't actually start to fire, I don't believe, at all, which is surprising. Athens does, however. It looks like they're trying to take some pot shots off of my artillery. They managed to hit one, but I don't think they actually managed to burn any of them down. But we'll see. I think he just has it on auto fire. And then, oh, there goes one. I think I take them off, maybe. And then run them away. I could be wrong, though. So, immediately, I want to try and mitigate the incoming fire from artillery. So, I try and go for this as quickly as possible. I managed to hit it once. I think I actually get another shot off on it. I snipe it pretty good. You can see some more over here. Looks like, what do they got? Cimbri bowwomen. Nubian bowmen. Nubian bowmen are pretty good. Smacking that wall. Maybe I don't. I thought I did snipe this with the, but I guess I was wrong. Athens started to take some shots off into the tree line over here, which is, it's smart actually. Because you got to think, you know, if you can't see, if an army is set up over here, and you can't see the rest of their army, then you have to go ahead and figure that they're in this tree line over here. Well, he managed to get another one of my ballista, so good on them. Good sniping shots. It looks like, yeah, now it appears that I have taken them off. I don't think... He's got 4 kills. Yeah, he's firing. Athens is actually taking his hoplites off the walls, which I'm not exactly sure why he's doing that. But immediately Swaby's moving up his Cimbri bowwomen to get some shots off on the side, and... Or no, longbow hunters and Cimbri bowwomen. Do longbow hunters only do... No, they must have 16 and 25. They must have a fire shot on. Because I know I think the longbow hunters get a better range than that. Let's see, what has he got up in the front here? Club levy. Now we can start to see more of Egypt. Just a bunch of Galatian swords. Carrion axemen. Carrion axemen are pretty good. They're basically like a Thurio spear unit. Some levy Thurio spears. So they're going to go ahead and put up a stiff defense right off the bat over here. Carthage, on the other hand, over here, hasn't moved his troops back here yet. Well, he started to, actually. He's really just shuffling around his ships over here. Let's see, 4 kills for that one, 10 for this. But it's just like, what are you doing, dude? Back over here. I'm gonna start to land my Libyan infantry, but I mean, just this front line right here is just gonna absolutely, you know, well, you know what's gonna happen. My archers, I start to try and focus down at least 1 unit to try and mitigate the incoming hail of javelins that are gonna be coming my way. Fortunately, my Libyan infantry are just not going to have a very good day. I ended up spacing out some of my units too, but again, they're just getting absolutely wrecked as they come off by the Galatian swords, especially these Italian swordsmen. Their armor, actually no, their armor's, no, their armor's not that. Well, it's 60, it's not terrible. Let's go back over here. What's, yeah, that's what I thought, so... Longbow hunters, mission damage is 40, but their range is 25, and the bow women, it's still 16 and 25, so they probably still have them set at, I'm assuming that it's fire hour. It's either fire hour or, maybe whistling shot? What do they get there? It looks like whistling shot and fire. Athens isn't really doing... much, unfortunately. Carthage over here is starting to land his troops. Honestly, I would have moved my artillery ships up much closer. Jeez, my mouse is like on crack for some reason and is like moving around super fast. I gotta turn down the sensitivity of it. But yeah, I would have moved my artillery ships up a little bit closer and manual fired into, you know, these hoplites, Thorio spears. Maybe try to get some of these elite Persian archers and the Syrians, and these thorax swords, just so I would have had a better time landing. Also, I would have had these ships up sooner. I mean, honestly, I would have moved everything up all at the same time, personally. Back over here, I'm just having an extremely tough time of it. Libyan infantry is just getting hammered. I'm trying to fire in with my artillery to soften these guys up. But it's really not going my way, unfortunately. And Athens is just, I don't know what they're doing. He's given up completely, attacking this. I don't know why. Suebi had just a bunch of club levies, so his hoplites definitely could have put up quite a fight. And Egypt's generals are carrying axemen. They went extremely cheap but effective. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that. And then over here, he's got some round shield swordsmen. I don't know what that was. I'm pretty sure he has a unit of berserkers around here too. So, meanwhile, while my units are just getting absolutely shredded, Athens is just, I don't know. I don't know. He's decided to abandon this completely. Pardon me. And to come over here and, I guess, try and get up in here, but it's not going to work out very well. I mean, you can see there's 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in this match. So I think that's pretty indicative of what happens. So over here, it's just the other Carthage is just taking their time, getting shot up with these arrow towers. Mercenaries Qatari are already down quite a few men. Egypt's actually running away. What is this? Looks like Galatian swords, Royal Galatians. I mean, these Cimbri bowwomen don't even need to go over there to do anything. Looks like what are these woods and spears. Suebi's actually going to start to come out because Athens is just blobbed up over here. He didn't leave the game either. I'm almost positive that he hadn't left the game at this point. So not only do I think that this Carthaginian player was new, my Athens ally was also fairly new. I mean, he's moving his units in column formation. He has all of his archers bunched up. So I start to charge in my general just to try and break these club levy that are coming out. I'm firing with my Cretans because I figured, you know what, I want to try and at least rack up some sort of kills, do some sort of damage. And maybe, just maybe, somehow, some way, we can salvage this. But my general's getting absolutely wrecked. Starting to break some of these units over here. And then with this unit here, they actually managed to... Or no, they didn't. So yeah, now I'm just, my general's about to break, so now I'm switching to manual fire, and I'm just going to try and do as much damage to this club levy as I possibly can. Now they're going after my Cretan archers, and now I'm going to start to kite around them. I'll start to see my Cretans moving this way and that way. Doing the best that I can. Athens is still just completely blobbed up. You can see his pikes are just out of formation. He's still moving his hoplites up the wall. His archers are firing in, but they're just getting shot back by these Nubian bowmen, and I think he is Korean. Actually, no, just the Nubian bowmen. Looks like he might bring his Thorio spears. Nah, up on the wall, I thought. Now I'm just firing into this blob here again, just trying to get as many kills as I possibly can. As you can see, I've kind of trapped this unit of Club Levy into a pocket of archers, and while these guys are running away, I'm just going to fire into the back of them. They're eventually going to break. But, again, it doesn't really matter. This unit of Libyan infantry broke and came back, and now they're just out here vibing, trying to do the best that they can in this absolutely hard situation. Over here, it's just absolute. I mean, he's just getting wrecked. I mean, he brought javelin with him instead of archer units. I'm pretty sure you can get you can get archer units, but he didn't bring land archer units. I don't know if Carthage gets ship archer units. Over here, he's coming over here to burn down the gates. That's not gonna work. He has his. I've never seen Epeius Lancers do that. They were like walking that way. That's weird. So with these Epeius Lancers, he could be. I mean, the gate's ours, or it's not ours, but it's neutralized. I don't think he can get in, unfortunately. But with his Epeius Lancers, he could be taking care of these units of Club Levy that will most likely come back. And now you can see the Cimbri Bowmen. They're firing in on me. Looks like longbow hunters. And what are they using? I know that they have better range than this. I'm almost positive that they do. And better missile damage, too. Either way. Now looks like he's chasing after this Club Levy. Now he has all of his hoplites in here. They're not going to get a lot of kills, and they just, the defenders, their archers have such a great angle on them too, of their weapon arm, that they're just gonna melt this blob, unfortunately. He's doing an alright of holding these guys back, but sooner or later, the line's gonna collapse. So in the meantime, I'm trying to get some shots into this blob. Not trying to hit my ally, but unfortunately I'm going to get friendly fire. Carthage over here has been completely, just absolutely folded. Totally bodied. I mean, there's no point in him even trying to send up any more guys. I think, actually, he ends up leaving, so I think he left the match. Usually you can tell because the computer will always take artillery ships and beach them for whatever fucking reason. So now I'm just trying to do the best I can with my Cretans, although I think that they're out. Yeah, it looks like they're out of ammo. They still have some ammo. They're out of ammo. So again, I'm just going to try and do what I can. Minute 35 left. And let's see, is this ship going to land? Yeah, it's just like doing nothing. 14 kills. He probably has ammo left. Nah, he doesn't. So now it's just going to get shot at and eventually sink. Sacred Band's completely surrounded. They're going to lose eventually. They'll take a lot with them probably, but still. And then the general's going to come over here try to burn down these gates. I think we all know how that's going to work out. Back over here. This line is starting to collapse slowly but surely. This general unit's getting shot in the back. And yeah, I start to try and burn down the gate just so that I can get in. I didn't expect that I would. I knew that I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to try and climb up the towers because it would have been pointless anyway. I just would have gotten swarmed. They would have, taken these Renshield swordsmen or these Galatian swordsmen over here and engaged these units, and now all mine are completely gone. And yeah. And then that's the end of the match. Quick and decisive. So again, like I've always said, pay attention to the rules. If you're not sure what the rules are, ask, because you always end up seeing people saying sometimes like, oh, what's 1-2-4? It's like, well, this is, 1 artillery, 1 pike, 1 close defeat. Close defeat my ass. And sometimes it's worth looking at your allies' army comps and tenderly making suggestions if they'll listen to you. Had I known that he had brought just all hoplites, I probably would have suggested that he brought some, because I'm pretty sure Athens gets access to mercenary Sam Knights, or some mercenary units. And they get thorax swords, they get Cretan archers, so he could have had a better build. But again, he was probably a newer player, and you know how newer players can be. They get the game and they're like, I'm going to play as Rome and just pick all legionaries, and they're just going to, they're going to cross the Rubicon and kick everyone's ass, and then they end up getting handled. Rome is one of those factions that if you don't know it, you got to use them properly. And I would say it's the same for Athens too. It's like a very niche faction, in my opinion, of course, because it's so limited in the sense that it only has so many sword units that you can choose from, and it's mostly just hoplites and picked hoplites. So that being said, let's get into the absolute slaughter that occurred here. Jesus. So, Boociful Barbarian, he only got 355 kills. Jesus. Sacred Band did 129. His Javelin didn't do really all that great, and neither did his Mercenary Galatian Gallic Warriors or his Scutari. Myself, I did the best out of my teammates. I did the best out of my teammates. My general only did 42. My ballista got 154. My Cretans did really good. My Libyan infantry, they just got melted. There was no help for them whatsoever. They were fucked right out the gate. And so were my Scutari, or Italian swordsmen rather. My one unit Sam Knights didn't do all that well, but my two noble fighters and my one Sam Knight did pretty good. And then Varusar 2 hashtag I am the moron hashtag IQ62 got 1,170 kills. His one archer unit did 111. Pace Lancers didn't do all that great. Full health, he could have, if once Swaby started to charge out that gate, the Hippeus Lancer should have just been hammering away, cycle charging into that mass. His general picked hoplites, only 30 kills. Pikes did okay, 167, 119. And then his hoplites really just, which 89 and 90 are the highest ones there. 69 and 78 are the next two. Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy Shootin', he did really well, 1,151 kills. General didn't have to do anything. Cimbri Bowman, 60, 65. The Longbow Hunters, 73, 127. Ooh, excuse me. His one unit Berserker is getting 130 kills. The other one getting 63. Round Shield Swordsman's 109, 82. Sword Masters, 87. And then his Club Levy. Didn't do great, but the Club Levy, 78. And 78 being the highest out of all of them. And then the Woods and Spears, 72 being the highest. Bactria Scorpion Null 2004 got 957 kills. He didn't really have to do anything either. His Elite Persians 110, his one unit Assyrians 106. General didn't do anything. His other Bactrian Royal Guard didn't have to do anything. His pike unit didn't have to do anything. Scale Thorax Hoplites 109 and 60, and then his thorax swords 124, 88, 99, and 70, and then 102, and then his one Thorio spear 64, and then Spiro getting the most out of everybody. 2,171. Really interesting. I got to give it to him. It was a really good build for what he wanted to do, which was just hold the wall and just a hail of javelins. Because Galatian swordsmen are relatively cheap and they pack a punch. So that's good. The Carrion Axemen, like I said, they kind of act like a Thorio spear unit. And then he had the 2 Galatian Royal Guard for his heavy hitters. And then a Levi Thorio spear because they're cheap and basically the same as a Thorio spear. So his general, 47 kills. His 2 Nubian bowmans, 341, 314. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. His Rhodian slingers, 110, 144. Galatian swords, 67, 138, 119, 74, 14, 106, and 90. His Carrion Axemen, 75, 82, 67, and 55. And then his 2 Royal Galatian swords, 132 and 100. Egyptian infantry, 29. Ooh, I'm sorry. Man. And then his Levi Thorio spear, 67. So Spiro, good on you, man. Seriously, if you're watching this by any slim chance, you've absolutely handed my ass to me in more ways than one. So, well, that's going to do it for this episode of watching Lictor get his ass beat soundly. Again, you know, if you see, I mean, it's just all hot. Like, this could have been a better army, and even this could have been a better army comps, but it's neither here nor there. You know, I'm pretty sure it was one of the defenders who hosted this game, and they decided to make it a port assault, which is always interesting. But I think that I probably should have brought more ships with me, or at least a few ships with me, and then he should have brought a few ships with himself, and then Athens also, because Athens gets some pretty good naval units, actually. I mean, that was their whole game plan during the Peloponnesian Wars, so... I think that if we had each brought some naval units with each other, with ourselves, and then all attacked the walls together, but also took our time to do it while allowing our navies to push in and put some pressure to make them pull back some troops from the walls, we might have had a little bit of a better time. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. If you're enjoying the content, you know, the deal. Leave a like, leave a comment, sub, share with your friends and family. Feel free to join the Discord, or my Discord, not the Discord. The link will be provided in the description below. I also have a Twitter and a Twitch. Admittedly, I am not that active on Twitter, but I should be. And Twitch, unfortunately, I don't get to stream like I used to because I have a newborn. And he takes up a lot of time, but he is cute. So, there's that. In the meantime, keep a lookout. Hopefully, I will have another Party Hard video up tomorrow for your slasher enjoyment. Until then, you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is while you're watching this. You know, just be good to each other and vibe out in the best possible way. Lictor saying, peace out.